Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Ninja Joe Plays Minecraft here in my single player world survival colony. Thanks so much for coming back and checking out another episode. Well, as you can see, I am down in some caves at the moment. I've been doing a little bit of caving between episodes. Well, actually I've been doing a lot of caving between episodes. As you know, I'm playing in 1.17 and I really want to get my hands on kind of all of the 1.17 blocks, all of the copper and lichens and all that good stuff. And so I have been on a mission to get one shulker box full of copper. And let me tell you, that is no mean feat, because obviously the only way that we can get it is through caving. And so, of course, I have been down in the bowels of the Minecraft world, and I've found some of these underground mine thingies, mine shaft thingies, and just been doing a lot of ore collection. Of course, this is not all that we're going to get up to in this episode, but I just wanted to share a little bit with you of the kind of grindy that I've had going on between episodes. Oh boy, we're coming in hot, coming in hot, coming in hot. Whoa, so, basically, as I said, I've been trying to collect a full shulker box of copper, and this is how much we have so far, plus a little bit in my inventory there. Maybe some, yeah, I got a little bit in this shulker box here, but I'm hoping by the end of this episode that we can fill this entire box with copper ore, raw copper ore, so that would give me 3 stacks of copper blocks. That is my goal, to get 3 stacks of copper blocks. So, and the rest of these are just the other stuff that I happen to be collecting along the way. A lot of raw iron, a bunch of different ores, especially all these cool deep slate ores now. So, like I said, I've been trying to just get together all of the different things from the new update, you know. Look at this, I found a whole bunch of calcite around one of those geode things. And of course that led to me taking apart the entire geode, so I got all of these amethysts, I got a bunch of crystals, so that's really cool. Collected a few of these. I don't really know what we can do with these. I know I can make tinted glass out of this, so I'm excited about tinted glass. And then lastly, this box here, this is just kind of, you know, stuff I collected sort of along the way. It's not that important. I wasn't really trying to collect this stuff, but if I saw it, I just kind of grabbed it. So dripstone block, tough, deep slate, that sort of stuff. But one issue that I was having was actually a lack of shulker boxes. You can see I've got rows and rows of shulker boxes here. And in fact, over here in my little shulker box storage, you can see it's completely empty. I had no shulker boxes. So actually, before I even started doing my little mining mission to get all of this copper, I did a little bit of end busting, something I've not done in a long time. And you know, I never record end busting. It's really kind of boring. I find it really boring to watch. It's fun to do, I guess, a little bit sometimes. If you've not done it in a while, it's pretty fun. But anyway, I found like 5 end cities, and 4 of those had boats, so I've got 4 backup sets of elytra now instead of just the one that I'm wearing. 4 more dragon heads, and well, I've used some of these shulker shells, but it was pretty close to 4 stacks of shulker shells when I was done doing the end busting. So also got all of that kind of stuff and the usual stuff that goes with it. Tons of diamond armor, tons of iron armor, a few cursed things that I'm just gonna throw in the sea. And then oh yeah, this is just incidental purple blocks I accidentally collected and all that sort of stuff. You know, you always end up coming back with a little bit of this junk. And of course, more diamond horse armor, because of course, why would there not be horse armor in the end? It makes perfect sense for there to be horses there. So yeah, as you can see, lots of grinding has been going on. But hey, let me focus in on one thing that you may have seen in this shulker box really quickly. So, look at this. I have an Enderman's head. Check this out, a shulker's head. Check that out. So, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I am playing with the vanilla tweaks. Some different mod packs are installed, and one of them I decided to install. I really kind of got into this idea watching Hermitcraft. I think those guys do this with these tradable heads or whatever. Like, you basically, you can kill pretty much any animal or mob, and you get a chance, a small chance, very small chance, that it'll drop its head. So yeah, I've been killing lots of stuff, and I have a little head collection going here. So I have established this chest as my head collection chest. And in here, this is what we have so far. A couple of magma cubes, a blaze, a few glow squid. Not very many. You can tell the things that I really kill the most, because I have more than one of them. Like, for example, squids. I kill a bunch of squids for ink. I killed a bunch of cave spiders at my cave spider XP farm, so of course I have a whole bunch of those. For some reason, rabbits really like to drop their heads. They have a higher drop rate, I think. I haven't killed that many rabbits, but I have 8 heads. I find that to be very strange. So, and I got 1 Enderman head, pretty happy about that. And of course the 8 shulker heads. I'm not sure if I have anything else. Hold on, let's check here. Oh yes, I also got a bat's head. And I think that is about it. So anyway, quite interesting. Not sure really what is the point of this other than it's just kind of fun. But anyway, it's going on, so if I get any super rare heads, I'll be sure to I'll be sure to let you guys know. So guys, one thing you may remember from last episode was we spend a lot of time cleaning up old projects, getting rid of torch spam, and really just kind of prettying up a couple of different builds from back in the 1.16 days. And one part of that was right here on this beach, right down there, we had like a little just 4-patch dirt where we would grow big spruce trees and big jungle trees and basically just, you know, had a very early game tree farm going on. And I've taken that away. I am resisting the urge to put it back, and but I have an issue. I've been organizing some of my shulker boxes into different things that I need, and so here you can see my wood box, and I used to have tons and tons of spruce logs, but unfortunately, well, I've kind of gone through all of that spruce wood. I've used up so much of it, and I'm really reluctant to put the manual tree farm back in place, back over there on the beach. So I think I'm going to make it the project for today, for this episode, to build a tree farm that's going to be a little bit easier to collect wood, especially giant spruce trees, because when it comes to just bulk wood for making chests or anything that you don't really care about the look of the wood, spruce is my log. That is my favorite one. It is the absolute easiest one to get tons of. So I have kind of an interesting plan for that, with a little inspiration from Ethos Lab. He's kind of a famous or infamous YouTuber. I'm sure you guys should probably look him up. I got inspired by a little tree farm that he did recently, and I think I'm going to try and copy it without copying it, if that makes sense. I have the idea of what he did in my head, but I have no idea exactly how he did it. I don't even think there's a tutorial, and if he had a tutorial, I wouldn't watch it. So basically what I'm going to try and do is copy the idea, but come up with my own solution to achieve the exact same result. And I think what we're going to do is put that tree farm right here out in the woods. Makes sense, right? It's a tree farm. my god. Oh my god. Oh no. No. Well, guys, jeez Louise, what a mess. Why am I on fire in the rain? Oh. Well, yeah, this is turning out great so far. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, guys, we've had a little interruption here in the building of the tree farm. I was running a little low on obsidian, trying to make this this little chamber here. I was just a few short, so I flew over to my mine at my base, and I was mining obsidian, and I just accidentally mined the obsidian block I was standing on, and I dropped down through a 1x1 hole into lava underneath a whole floor of lava that had been turned into obsidian, and I had no chance. No way. I mean, there was no way to find that 1x1 hole that I fell through. Why? Oh god. Oh man, this stinks. This stinks. Oh, I had all of my good tools on me. My elytra, one of my best sets of armor. It's all gone. Not to mention almost 2 stacks of obsidian that I was just about finished mining. I was getting like the last little couple blocks. And yeah. Oh god. That sucks. That totally sucks when that happens. Well, this almost could have been really bad. It's a good thing I had the scaffolding with my spawn set up there. I'd probably have to throw myself off of here to my death with no bed to get back to my spawn. So yeah, look at this. Look at me walking. No elytra. What have I got in here? Have I got anything? Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Yep. Okay. At least there's a couple of things here. Armor. I got a pick. Anything else? Not really. Nothing that useful here. Oh, jeez. I gotta walk all the way home. Actually, no. I'm gonna take my tram line. Yay! We have a tram line that we built ages ago. That'll save me a little bit of time. Yeah, there's nothing like falling in a pool of lava and losing all your gear to really make you feel a little humble. There we go. Boop. And burp. And away we go. Wow, I haven't had to use this in a long time. Seeing all the old sights. Remember the days before elytra? So, I guess I'm gonna have to, break into my mining supplies here, or my end-busting supplies, I should say, and get a new elytra up to snuff. At least I just went to get these. Imagine if I hadn't gone end-busting to get a backup elytra. I would really be in trouble right now. Oy. Oh, gosh. Well, it's time to start seeing what books and stuff we have, and I'm probably going to have to go over to the spider farm because, of course, I also have 0 experience now, so yay. Well, guys, I'm back now, and I'm back over at the tree farm. I have successfully re-geared myself up after my unfortunate accident. Oh man, that was such a bummer, but yeah, we're good now. Oh my gosh, it's taken me a while to get all this back together, but we got it. So yeah, the tree farm is built at least mechanically, if not aesthetically, and as you can see there, I've got some trees grown into the tree farm. And the way that this farm is intended to work is it takes large spruce trees and grows them in a pattern where they're very close together. If you can see the trunks here, they're kind of touching, but inside the middle of this, there's one empty, well, soon to be empty space down the middle. And let me show you how this farm works. So basically, the first thing we have to do is grow the trees, which we've done, and then we have to go up here. And right now I've just got scaffolding ladder. Eventually I'll probably do like a water baiter here, so this is a little bit faster. And we come up here, do this little platform, we walk out here, and I'm going to jump onto that block right there. Boop. And so now what we do is we just start digging down through the leaves, and this is making a little tunnel right down the middle of all 4 of these trunks, these 2x2 trunks of spruce tree. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and boop, there we go. And now I've fallen down into a little hole in the ground, where I've got a little collection spot here, which has been collecting junk so far. And I've got this nice little hallway, which will take me back out. And so now I have cleared out a hollow tube in the middle of these trees. And now what's going to happen is that big platform and all that redstone that you saw me building up there is basically all for redstone timing and the dropping of TNT. So let's come up here and we're going to set this thing off and let you guys see how it goes. Let's see, there's a little hole. I've got a little hole here just as a temporary spot where I can trigger this farm. So here we go. Boom, there it's triggered. Now let's get down to the ground real quick. There we go. And you can see the TNT falling there and exploding and falling, exploding, and it's taking out the whole tree. Boom. And boom. Looks like that's it. Looks like it left a little bit at the top of the tree, but you know what? I'm not terribly worried about that tiny little bit of wood. The main thing that we're after is what's left here in the middle. And you can see here there's a little bit of wood at the bottom. I've kind of messed with the timing so that it really doesn't blows up a little bit of dirt down here, but it doesn't like completely demolish the bottom. So hopefully I'll pick up that piece of dirt. Basically this gives me a pretty fast cleanup. I can just chop away a handful of logs here at the bottom and start replacing my saplings and one little piece of dirt. Sometimes 2 pieces of dirt get blown up. It's not too bad. I couldn't get the timing, you know, set so finely that it wouldn't do that. If I take the setting basically up a notch, I have a lot more wood to chop down, so I'd rather replace like 1 or 2 pieces of dirt and chop down like a handful of logs rather than a big clump of logs here at the bottom. So so that's it, and let's see, how much wood did we get out of that? And granted, this is not everything. Is there any on top of leaves? I don't see any hanging around on leaves here. I think we're pretty close. We're pretty close to that. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's actually a decent haul for this. There is some loss. Some of the wood gets caught up on leaves, and then when the next TNT comes down, it blows it up. And so you don't get everything that you quite should get, but we get quite a bit. So there's 4, almost 5 stacks of spruce logs. And if we come over here, I have these chests set up. When I've been kind of dickering with the timing a little bit, I've been putting stacks of spruce logs in here for each test that I did. And you can see here, that first one, that was the first test. That's really close to what we just got just now. And then I messed around with the timing, and you can see I got a little less logs there. And then over here, I actually managed to find a setting where I got 5.5 stacks, and that was fairly consistent. However, the problem with these was it was leaving like some logs at the bottom and then a gap and then some more logs up here. It was really annoying, and I was like, I'm not cleaning that up. That's not gonna work. So even though it rendered out more logs, it was actually more cleanup time, which I didn't want. So did a little bit more testing and it wasn't as good. A little bit more testing, and I kind of actually came back around to where I started. So So yeah, that's the TNT farm and how it works. And so for 10 TNT, I can get almost 5 stacks of spruce logs. So that's a good trade-off for me. I'm pretty happy with this. But now it's time to move on to the decorative build. Welcome back, guys. Check this out, just over my left shoulder there. We have done it. We have completed a new tree farm. This has been a tremendous amount of work, way more than I thought it was going to be. This building is way bigger than I thought it was going to be, and of course that means it required way more resources than I thought it was going to. Check out this, and then, well, here's the back. Yeah, so the tree farm that I showed you guys just a little while ago, the explosive tree farm, is right here in the middle, and I have made basically a huge glass building to encase these massive 4x4 trees, four 4x4 trees, going up there, and I have a little side area over here for some different trees. This is really more decorative than kind of tree farmy, but you know, I kind of look at this place and go, oh, this is like a botanical testing station of the colony or something of that nature. It's basically all the trees. So we got, what was that? I heard a zombie. Anyway, so we have all the different kinds of trees. We got dark oak. Obviously, we got the spruce, which is our main source of wood. We got jungle. Outside there, you can see through the glass there, we've got acacia trees in a nice row and a little raised, kind of a raised garden bed sort of thing. Over here we have a similar kind of thing, a little L-shaped, basically like a little special tree area. And I could come along here and harvest these if I want. If I need some oak, I could do it. If I wanted to replace these with birch and farm some birch, I could do that as well. I don't use a lot of birch though, so it's not that big a deal. And you know, I say done. We're not really done. I think we're just done as much as we're going to get done in this episode, because like I said, this really turned out to be a big deal. I actually went so far as to try and build, you may have saw it in the time lapse, a storage system in here. which I have started. I have not finished. I've got all the ice ways to go, but basically huge storage for each kind of wood, including spruce right here. And I've got to still figure out how I'm going to bring all of these different areas over to this storage area here. I've also kind of cleared out some space underneath of the main farm, thinking I might put storage down here, maybe for saplings and sticks and whatever else comes off these trees. I think that's about it. The different saplings and sticks. Right now I've just kind of got that sort of stuff here. Little chest of saplings there. So yeah, let me jump outside real quick and give you guys another look at this thing. It's really kind of hard to see the whole thing in one go. Yeah, so definitely took on the design that I did in my little concept illustration. We have up at the top here some decorative gardens on the roof, and then underneath of all this is that redstone clock mechanism you saw me building earlier. That's all concealed underneath of this sort of this big top right here. So we just got some nice trees and some flowers and things like that. If I look down here, you can see there's the L-shaped tree planter. That one has the oak trees in it. There, kind of going around the edge. A little bit hard to see. Right down here in the corner. There you go. Yeah, you can see it kind of goes this way, wraps around, and then if we go to the other side, you can see that we have a similar planter. It's not the exact same shape and size, but a similar one, and I put acacia trees in this one because I probably use more acacia than birch, and also there's just happens to be a huge birch forest surrounding us, so I didn't really feel the need to, you know, put a perfect thing, you know, like a perfect little thing out for the birch, like a dedicated space. So one other thing I want to show you guys before we end the episode is the operation of the tree farm itself. Now that it's in the building, it's a little bit different than when we did the test blasting earlier. As you can see, there's no redstone just sort of laying on the ground. We had that before. But the way it works is, basically you get a pair of shears, or you could use a hoe, I suppose, as well. And we go up this bubble column here. Whoosh! Yep, this is way better than the ladders or whatever I had before. We have this platform that comes out here and puts us in the perfect spot. We want to be in just the right spot that when we step off here, we start going down through the middle of all of the trees. And then eventually, whoosh, we fall down into the basement. So we're down here in the basement. Now we come out here, and you can see I've got a little sign here and a lever. Flip lever once for TNT drops. So that is sending a redstone signal all the way up to the top to the clock, and we're going to start to see the tree disappear any second now. There she goes. Boom. Not sure how much TNT I have left in that thing. I've been using this tree farm a lot. Oh my goodness. The whole time I was building this building, I kept running over here and cycling through the trees. So there it goes. Again, still leaving a little bit at the top, leaving a little bit on the side. I've not seen it do that before, but I guess they'll despawn. So, just like before, we jump down here, clean up a little bit of this mess that we got going on here. A couple of them that don't get exploded. Typically, you know, you lose like one little piece of dirt here, so we can do that right there. And the rest of this stuff I can just flush on down into what will eventually be that sorting system. It's obviously not connected up yet, but this makes things just a little bit easier to collect. And then typically I sort of jump down here by myself, and lately I've just been grabbing the wood manually. Anything that goes in the chest. There we go, got the wood. I'll leave the bushes here and the sticks for now. And I gotta grab some saplings. And then basically we run out here and we go replant. And I could bone meal this and keep going, but honestly I've got so much wood on hand already that I really don't need to worry about doing that. I could just wait for this to grow whenever. It grows pretty fast. It only takes like 5 minutes for these trees to grow. So yeah, you can see these shulker boxes here. Spruce, 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 spruce. That one? Oh, that one's saplings and stuff. Never mind. Oh yeah, one last thing I want to show you guys before we sign off for the day is, you know, I talked back at the beginning of this episode about doing some mining, some grinding, and I wanted to get a full shulker box of copper. Let me show you how much copper I ended up getting. Booyah! Look at that. I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, there's empty spots in this shulker box. No, no. Look at these. Full copper blocks, raw copper. That's 9 stacks of copper. It wouldn't even fit in the shulker. I hit it big there towards the end. Really hit my stride. And you know what helped me find a lot of this copper was I actually went on a little mission, side mission, to get some deep slate and cobbled deep slate. So I got a whole bunch of deep slate here, a whole bunch of cobbled deep slate here, and in the course of getting all of this, going through caves and all that kind of stuff, I managed to get all of this copper. It was fantastic. It worked out so well. And incidentally, here's some other stuff I got. 2.5 stacks of diamonds. Found a dungeon with an apple. Tons of redstone. I have been so low on redstone. I'm really happy about that. Lapis, yeah, take it or leave it. It's fine. Don't really need it at this point. Copper. Check this out. Iron. You might be saying, hey, Ninja Joe, you have an iron farm. Why in the world are you mining iron? And mainly it's for these blocks right here, raw iron blocks. I really like the look of these blocks. They're awesome. And the only way to get them is, you know, mining raw iron. You cannot get this out of an iron farm. There's no way. So we've got that, got a nice supply of that going. And let's see, here's the other stuff. I started collecting raw ores just to kind of have a variety of different things. I particularly like the deep slate ores. I think they're really cool looking. So I've been trying to collect those. And as I showed you guys before, we did take down a geode. I found another geode. I didn't take it apart. I figured if I need it, I'll go back and take it apart then. If I have a project where I need these kind of blocks. But I suppose the main thing you might need is probably calcite. I'm going to start working some calcite into the base to look like sort of older buildings, maybe, something like that. As if it's the concrete sort of aged and then begins to look like calcite over time as it gets dirty and old and worn out, stuff like that. So I'll probably go get some more calcite. Well guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. I sure did enjoy making it. It has been kind of a huge project, that tree farm. I didn't really think it was going to turn into such a beast, but boy did it ever. But you know what, it's already worth it. I've already collected, gosh, I don't even know how many chests, just double chest after double chest of wood. I think we just in making that farm and collecting the wood as I went along, yeah, we have so much wood. We don't even have to worry about it now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. Please come back and check out the next one. Not sure what we're going to get into yet, but obviously we're going to be building something and completing our, well, not completing, but continuing the build of our sci-fi realm. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one.